Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. The new kids on the block. Okay. The new kids. Oh, this is a spoiler Morguff review, so this could get boring. Yeah, I'm going to go deep. I'm going to talk about the actors, the director, and I'm going to talk about the movie. I'm going to go through some of the movie. So, yeah, spoilers. Spoiler warning. Okay, 80s. This is from 1986. I think it might be 1986. You should know this, Fred, shouldn't you? I mean, anyway, I think it is. Uh, okay, we got horror, drama, crime. I love a good 80s movie because they just uh, they just don't care. They don't care. They just they give you the gore, they give you the horror, and yeah, I mean this is 15s, so it's not exactly R rated, but it's getting there. So this comes to us from Sean S. Cunningham, and you may have heard of him. He's director and producer, and he's directed Friday the 13th, the original movie. He kicked off the franchise. He started it all. There you go. Legend. And he also directed A Stranger is Watching, Deep Star 6, Terminal Invasion, Kick, and Here Come the Tigers. Now, he produced all of those apart from A Stranger is Watching. And he also produced Spring Break, House 1, 2, 3, and 4, My Boyfriend's Back, Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday, Jason X, Freddy vs. Jason, Friday the 13th remake, I think that was 2009, The Last House on the Left. So, yeah, he's been, he's gone through he's done a lot of work, a lot of producing, and a lot of good stuff. And okay, this one, I think he's decided to delve into the teen, high school. There's revenge. There's instead of having one psycho, we have a gang of psychos, a gang of redneck psycho 80s horrible, horrible people. And yeah, he gave us a good movie here. I haven't. I was going to buy this on Blu-ray, but it was on TV. It was on a satellite channel called Talking Pictures. So thank you, Talking Pictures. Didn't have to buy the DVD, but I might buy the Blu-ray because I like this so much. Um, we have Lauren and Abby, and their brother and sister, and their dad is Colonel Mac Mac Williams. He's the colonel, and yeah, so they're a military family. They live on a base, and he gets them up at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and he gets them running. That's how this movie starts. We see them training and running, and you know, punching punch bags. So they're tough kids. They're tough army kids. And let's go through our actors. Okay, Tom Atkins. He's in this, but he's not in it for long. And you may know him from classics, 80s classics, such as The Fog, Escape from New York, Creepshow, Halloween 3, Night of the Creeps, Lethal Weapon, Maniac Cop, Two Evil Eyes, My Bloody Valentine, the remake. So yeah, a lot of classics there. Tom Atkins, a legend, and he's in this as the dad, and he plays Colonel McWilliams. So yeah, that's how this starts off. We have the he's training his kids, and then he sort of leaves to go off. He's getting presented. He's going off with his wife for the weekend, and he's leaving the kids there, look after the house, and he's getting a special commendation for valor when he single-handedly subdued 5 hijackers on a Boeing 747. So this guy is a real hero, and that's where they go on the weekend and leave the kids at home. And sorry to say, on their way back, they get killed in a car crash. So Tom Atkins is gone. Lauren and Abby have to deal with the funeral and things to come. What are they going to do? But luckily enough, Uncle Charlie comes and bails them out and takes them under his wing. So Lauren is played by Shannon Presley, and he was also in Crazy Times, uh, TV shows Chips and Different Strokes, and done voice work on Cowboy Bebop. But I think this was his last role. He decided to leave acting after this, which is a shame. This was, looked like he could have done a lot more from this. Uh, Abby is played by Laurie Loughlin, and yeah, you may have seen her in Amityville 3D, Secret Admirer, Brotherhood of Justice, Rad, Back to the Beach, The Night Before, a lot of TV work, Full House, 90210, When Calls the Heart, and Summerland. So Laurie Loughlin is the sister Abby. So Uncle Charlie decides to take him down to Florida to Glenby, and yeah, they, you know, he's got a strange Santa fun park. I don't know whether he runs it all year or is it just for Christmas. Is this a Christmas movie then? Yeah. Anyway, Uncle Charlie is played by Eddie Jones, and you may have seen him in Q the Winged Serpent, Chud, Invasion USA, Sneakers, and A League of Their Own, and The Terminal. And yeah, he's he's a nice uncle. He lets him stay in the garage. It's sort of, yeah, it's a bit rough. God love them, but he's doing his best. They're in their new school, and there's a real horrible gang in this school, and this seems to be sort of terrorizing the town of Glenby. And the leader of the gang is none other than James Spader. Yes, James Spader, an early role for him, and he does a great job as a psycho redneck gang leader. Their gang is full of, what can you say here? There's sort of, yeah, Jason esque type crazy. They like pit bulls. They like shooting guns. They like drugs. They like, yeah, it's the worst of the worst. And yeah, they're not a nice bunch. We have Gideon is one of the guys, and Gordo and Joe Bob, and yeah, pit bulls and and so yeah, I'm going to just talk about James Spader before I move on. He was also in Pretty in Pink, Mannequin, Baby Boom, Less Than Zero, Wall Street, Jack's Back, Sex Lies and Videotape, Bad Influence, The White Palace, Wolf, Stargate, Crash, Secretary, TV Work, Boston Legal, The Blacklist, and he was also in movies called Shorts, Lincoln, The Holmes Man, and Avengers: Age of Ultron. Well, his voice was. And yeah, so he's just a nasty piece of work, and so is his gang. And he takes a liking to Abby and wants to ask her out to a dance, but she doesn't want to go. And yeah, all right. I forgot to mention Aunt Faye. So we have Uncle Charlie and Aunt Faye take our two heroes in, and yeah, they help out in the Santa Fun Park, and Lauren even gives Uncle Charlie some money, some of their inheritance, which Abby isn't too happy about because she doesn't think this park is going to work. So they're not all bad in the school. There is some nice kids too, and Eric Stoltz, yes, who was nearly Marty McFly, plays Mark, and you've seen him in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Mask, Some Kind of Wonderful, Lionheart, Fly 2, Say Anything, Memphis Belle, Singles, Killing Zoe, Pulp Fiction, Rob Roy, 2 Days in the Valley, Jerry Maguire, Anaconda. So yeah, he's in this early role, and yeah, some nice kids in the school. So what else? Yeah, I'm gonna just go through some of the plots. We have yeah, Dutra. He wants to take Abby to dance. He's best with the other gang members that he can, invite her, get her out to the dance, and he makes a money bet with with one of the gang. And Abby's not having any of it. She knows he's a creep. She can see it. His hair's blonde. He wears sunglasses at night. Oh, so do I. And his eyebrows are blonde too. So yeah. So Dutra says, "You're crazy. Don't mess with me." He drives off. Also, there's a petrol station connected to the Santa Funland, and there's a roller coaster at Santa Funland, and there's bumper cars, and there's what else is there? Yeah, there's all these cool things, and deep down in your head when you're watching this is where the movie's going to end. You know it. There's a setup here, and yeah, they're good kids. Lauren is a good chap. He's helping Uncle Charlie with the roller coasters, and they want to get the place ready. And but our guy Dutra, he's not happy. He comes and his gang vandalized the fun park. He crashes into a fence, and yeah, they get the cops, and the cops are useless. But the head cop has a nice daughter called Karen, who takes a liking to our guy Lauren. Okay, so what else have we got here? The gang also scratch Uncle Charlie's lovely red Cadillac in the town, and uh, and there's a great line. Gideon says, "Attractive mother stumpers," and it's very funny the way he says it. But of course, the cops can't do anything. And what does Lauren do? He finds out where Dutra lives. He's not afraid of Dutra, and he goes in. He sneaks in at night, and he gets him at knife point. He wakes him up, and he gets money from him. And yeah, Dutra's not happy with that. You don't mess with Dutra, but he doesn't seem to realize that Lauren and Abby aren't afraid of anybody. Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good scene. It's great to see. I love revenge movies. That sort of let's get the bad guys back because these guys need to be put in their place. They surely do. Um. Okay, what else do we have now? Lauren and Abby, they get a garage. It's a rough sort of. They have their beds side by side, and they're basically in the garage, a workshop. And there's a shower there. And look, they're happy. They're good kids. They don't mind. And someone sneaks in and throws a dead rabbit at Abby while she's having a shower. I think there's a petting zoo attached to the park as well. So yeah, it's tit for tat here, tit for tat. Um, Lauren gets into school and he beats up two of the gang members in front of the school, and he becomes a hero. And that's a really good fight. You're there. Come on, Lauren. Come on, get him, get him. I love that. Yeah, get him. Because this gang are just horrific. Um, and we also have the gang get back at Lauren in the shower rooms, locker rooms. They beat him up. The whole gang of them. But Lauren, you know, he's still not afraid. He's a tough guy. We get a montage with the song. I think it's probably called Stand Up, but it's a cool montage. And Lauren's working his way back from his getting beaten up, and he's training, and yeah, they're coming back. They're coming back to get the gang. Of course, one thing about this gang, this Eddie Dutra, he sells drugs as well. He sells cocaine, and yeah, he's just bad. And okay, so we get what do we get? We get the dance. The dance finally arrives that all the high school kids are going to. And what is about all these high school kids? They look 20. Yeah, I suppose you can't use, like, 17-year-olds. Um, so they annoy Abby at the dance, and Dutra arrives with his shades on at night time. Now, I know I'm cool with my shades, but shades at night time, he's a bad guy. Yeah, it's not good. Um, the gang grab Abby and they take her off in their van, and they get her to. You guessed it. They get her to Santa's. It's close to Santa's Fun Park, and they pour lighter fluid on her. They do. They're going to burn her because she's, kicking and screaming. She doesn't want to have anything to do with Dutra, and they pour lighter fluid in her mouth. Um, but she gets away. She hits him with a rock, and the shame. Yeah, no, I'm not going to say it. She runs off, and Lauren's back at the dance, and he realizes Abby's gone, so he goes looking for her, and yeah, they get back. They all sort of get back to Santa's Fun Park where the fun begins, and yeah, so we have the gang trying to torture Abby and Charlie, Uncle Charlie, and Dutra looks like he's about to assault Abby, but luckily she fights him off. Um, and one thing that happens is we see this back earlier on in the movie. They like pit bulls, and they like putting blood on a rope, and the pit bull seems to hang off the rope because there's blood on it. And one of the gang get blood on their face, so you know where this is going because they bring the pit bull with them to torture Abby and Uncle Charlie. And the pit bull escapes, and it attacks one of their own gang. And Dutra has to shoot the dog, and they all seem to have shotguns as well. So they all have shotguns going to Santa's Funland. And we have a house of mirrors, and Abby pushes Dutra into a mirror, and yeah, there's shotguns everywhere. And Lauren gets there, and he's going after all these guys. So we get this really sort of thrilling finale here, and we have Lauren put he knocks one off a Ferris wheel. Oh, there's a Ferris wheel. One gets electrocuted on the bumper cars, and one gets decapitated on a roller coaster. So yeah, fun and frolics at the Santa's Funland. And yeah, the thing about Santa's Funland is it's not yet open. They're trying to. Well, it's sort of open. They're not making money off it really, but they're trying to. And final battle: Lauren and Dutra at the fuel pump, and Dutra gets barbecued with the fuel and the fire, and there's no tears for Dutra. Dutra needs to go, and ending of this, Charlie survives. We thought Charlie was gone. Charlie survives, and this place is now a big tourist draw because we have it in the newspapers that there was a bloodbath at the Funland, and the people are coming in droves to see where it all happened, see where Lauren, you know, decapitated and electrocuted all the savage gang, and the town of Glenby is free. And yeah, good stuff. Uncle Charlie's making money. He can pay back um, Lauren and Abby, and he and all's well that ends well. Yeah, don't mess with the MacWilliams because they're lethal weapons. And but hold on, we get a little final sting in the tail. One of the gang is left, and he's the youngest. And shame we didn't get a sequel. The New Kids, what would you call it? Part two. The New Kids return. The older kids that used to be new, or the yeah. Anyway, But yeah, this is a good spin on the whole high school movies, bullies, and yeah, just the revenge stuff, revenge, rough stuff. This is rough 80s, you know, gore and brutality. But the fact that the gang get their comeuppance, and that's great because that gang, James Spader, he's great in this, and great direction by Sean S. And yeah, Mooney, Joe Bob, Gordo, Gideon. Oh yeah, Gideon is played by John Philbin. He was also in Children of the Corn, Grandview USA, Point Break. Point Break is a great action film. Check it out. Tombstone, Return of the Living Dead. Tombstone, great western. Return of the Living Dead, great zombie movie. So yeah, this is great stuff. I'm glad I watched this. Enjoyed it. I'd give this a. Where's my card? Where have you put my cards? Where? There it is. Okay, 4 out of 5. Now this could be because of nostalgia or it's 80s or it probably should have a 3, but I liked it for a 4. Um, yeah, surprised how good it was. Good stuff, Sean S. Cunningham. Thank you very much, sir. Um, okay, I'm going to go out with a bit of New Kids on the Block. Forgive me. Oh, 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 oh. Brad MacGuffin has reviewed the New Kids. Yo.